about to get embarked on cleaning up the underside of the Vans 944. Fortunately, this project is overall pretty clean, even as I got it. The engine bay in particular I thought was quite clean. But the underside has got some evidence of long-term slow oil leaks, a little bit of oil in the oil pan, stuff like that. So we're gonna get it cleaned up so we can see if there are still any active leaks, and if there are, where they're coming from. Now, fortunately, to do this, you don't need to go out and buy any sort of special chemicals or tools or anything. This is kind of my go-to setup for doing this job. We've got a garden variety garden sprayer. See what I did there? And this is just filled with water. You don't need distilled water or anything special, just regular tap water. A brush, this one in particular is just like a little boar's hair brush, but just any regular nylon brush, something you can agitate with. And then a degreaser. Today we're gonna be using the Super Clean degreaser. Super Clean was nice enough to send us out packages and stuff to try. It's working well underneath the car. They also have a foaming variant that I might give a shot today too. I find that this one is a little bit stronger than the foaming one, but the foaming one is nice for getting in little nooks and crannies. And of course, lastly, you're gonna want some personal protective equipment like gloves and eye protection so that it doesn't drip. The other piece here that's very useful is my quick jack. A real lift would also be great. And then I also recommend that you put down some sort of containment underneath the car so you can collect the rinse water as it comes off and dispose of it properly. We're going to shift over to the GoPro here underneath the car. Of course, the other important thing you're going to need is some good light. There you go. Step one is going to remove any sort of thing that's in the way. So, for example, right here, we've got the belly pan. You can see there's a bit of a dark spot here. This is almost assuredly going to be a power steering leak because this is a 944 and that's what they do. And that's kind of the purpose of this. We're gonna get it all cleaned up so we can come back and figure out what's what. It all honestly looks like motor oil mostly to me. I think Ed did mention that they did a valve cover gasket job on it. So this is one of those things, after you do a job like that, you've got to clean it up to see what is old and what is new. So we'll get right away started on that. We've got our Super Clean here. And this is easy, right? You just start spraying it on. And then the agitation is the other important part. So your little brush, you're gonna agitate it, and that way when you go to rinse it, it just comes right off. And that's really, I think, the key to getting it nice and clean. Also got some mystery wires hanging out here that are broken. That's usually 944 common stuff also. I wonder what that was for. We'll eventually find out. So of course, naturally, I immediately got stuff in the lens, so I'm relocating you guys here. All right, so now I'm time to do a little bit of rinsing. Again, just a regular garden sprayer, give it a few pumps and rinse. The garden sprayer's got just enough pressure to blast all the grime off, but not so much that you're going to damage anything.
See, the foaming degreasers like this really help get all the little fine spots. Again, I think that the foaming one is good for getting the little fine spots, but I don't think it's quite as strong as the just hand pump spray one. Doesn't seem to degrease quite as well. Still does a pretty good job, but check that out.
After a lot of scrubbing with the degreaser and rinsing, underside is starting to look pretty good. There's a lot of hard baked on spots that I come back later and get with a hard nylon brush. But for the next step, I'm actually going to use a pretty cool tool, which is a steam cleaner. The steam cleaner is really good for getting stuff like nuts and bolts, the threads, really fine spaces that need a little bit of extra blasting that a brush just can't really get to. The steam cleaner is great for that stuff, but it's not good for really heavy duty tackling of caked on grease.
This little companion cube looking gadget is a Dupre Neat. This is available on Amazon, but I've never seen one on the shelf in a store. This is pretty low end, non-commercial grade for Dupre. They make some really expensive stuff that's commercial grade, but this is meant for residential use. It's really meant for kind of around the house, cleaning tile and stuff. You can see mine's pretty dirty because I've been using it out here. It is not a cure-all grease blasting machine. It doesn't have the highest pressure or the hottest steam that's available out of steam cleaners, but as far as the ones in this price range, I think it's the best one.
So there you have it. We got the car cleaned up, took it out for a little bit of racing. Now we've got any more oil leaks underneath the car, we'll know where they're coming from because the rest of the underside will be clean. It'll be easy to trace the leaks and then fix them.